guys heard the new Linkin Park song? Look at this gorgeous thing. Pulled it right out of the box set. You get the freaking unrated and the theatrical version. You get tons of special features that you will not see on digital. And after I watched the movie, I watched this brand new interview that I didn't know was on this. And I bought this when it first came out, like 2 years ago. There's a brand new interview with Adam Marcus on it. And man, that is one guy, I'm friends with him. We're friends on Facebook. But aside from that, and way before I knew him, he is one of the filmmakers that I could listen to talk for days. He just has a way of delivering a story, in interviews and talking about the behind the scenes process. And he's a fan. You can definitely like feel it. You can sense it when he's talking about a movie. He is a fan. And man, I was actually going to talk about this and you teed me right up. If you have this, watch that freaking interview with Adam Marcus. It is so good. And he talks about, still to this day, he loves his movie, Jason Goes to Hell. And he talks about his mindset of making Jason Goes to Hell. And that if you go back and you look at the first Friday the 13th, and how old was Jason Voorhees? He was 10. And so I think the second movie takes place. Guys, when does the second movie take place? Is it a year after or something? It's not that long after the first movie, right, guys? Let me know you guys know better than I do, but he basically states that if you really look at Jason's age in the second movie is so far, he's a full-grown adult, right? And then and in the second movie he has the sack hit, and in the third movie he has the hockey mask. Who's not to say that those are three different people? And Jason's essence went from little boy to grown adult to grown adult. And however many times that happened between part 3 and, part 8, it might have been that same guy the whole time. Or he might have changed bodies somewhere along the line. Who knows? But it's kind of cool to go into movies with that mindset. And he said something that I thought was really, really cool and really, really profound. And some of you might not agree with this. Hated movies in the horror genre, especially franchise movies. Hated franchise movies are just as important as loved franchise movies. Maybe even more important. He says because people are so passionate about Jason Goes to Hell, you got one side that loves it to death and will defend it for days. And then you got the other side that never wants to watch the movie again. Because of that, fans are still talking about that movie to this day passionately. And he says, I don't care if you're angry or if you're in love with the movie. I just want you passionate. And it made me think of Halloween Ends. Here we are with Halloween Ends again, I know. But I think it's a great thing that people are so passionate about their hate and their love for Halloween Ends and movies like this, like Jason Goes to Hell. I think your passion is essential in keeping a franchise alive and making them want to make more movies. Because if nobody's talking and crickets are chirping, then that's a bad sign and maybe you don't get movies made. But when everybody won't shut the fuck up about a movie, the studio's listening. And usually when people won't shut up about a movie and they're angry about it, like people that hate Halloween Ends, do they want another Halloween movie? You're damn right they do. And they want it fixed. They want it the way they want it, And that's important. And I'm not saying I want it the way they want it because I loved Halloween Ends, but it's all about community and it's all about healthy discussion and not being a dick to people for liking or disliking a movie. And I never thought about this until I watched this interview, brand new interview with Adam Marcus. It's from like 2 years ago when this box set came out. Looks gorgeous in 4K. He looks sexy as hell. And I didn't even plan on watching it, but the movie just ended. and I really enjoyed it. And I was just like, let me check out the special features, because I'm a special feature guy. I love special features. And I was like, I've seen the Crystal Lake Memories documentary, and I thought that's all that. I thought it was going to be like throwaway type, featurette type stuff, what do you call it? Like stuff from the past, nothing new. And sure enough, brand new interview with Adam Marcus, and I think there's like 2 different ones too. And I watched that interview, and I tell you, I was like, I want to tell my audience about this, because that is a damn good interview, and it's a great way to bring the horror community together. Because he also talks about this argument that we have today with wokeness, and I don't think he uses the word wokeness, but he talks about diversity, and he said, you know what, horror has been diverse since, way before, all this other stuff's going on. Like, it started with horror, because horror, more than any other genre, pushes envelopes. It always introduces new tropes. And, the token black guy, that has evolved, and it's like it repairs itself along the way. And it's almost like the people don't do it. The actual genre itself fixes itself along the way, just kind of naturally. No other subgenre or no other genre really outside of horror, your freaking your action movies, your comedies, they don't fix themselves or introduce new elements or new social messaging like horror does, because the horror fan base is a melting pot. It's always been that way. I've talked to so many gay people, black people, white people, Mexican people. I've had, because I was in the military and I served with every different freaking type of person you can imagine. And you know what? They all love horror. Horror just brings everybody together. Every time I've been to a horror convention, there's none of that freaking bullshit about my color is better than your color. My lifestyle is better than your lifestyle. Everybody's just, they love each other to death. And it fixes itself. That's what's so cool. I don't even know if fixes is the right word, but it progresses. I guess that's the word I'm looking for. Horror constantly progresses through the years, and I think that's why horror is still so relevant and still so alive, and why we have more horror movies than any other genre, because it's just a welcoming genre. It really is. So I can't recommend this enough. Okay, what's up, guys? You are at the end of the DD Live clip. What I do is I like to clip these out if I think the topic is important or something that's newsworthy. So thank you for watching, and if you want to watch more, you can go over here, you can go over here, click on one of those, and hopefully I can do this for 20 seconds, which I think I did. Okay, so yeah, thanks for watching, guys.